Hello and welcome. It is the dream of each and every parent that they will raise up children that grow up into responsible adults and also that are able to make informed judgments in difficult situations. But then, why is this not always the case? Okay, psychologists do agree that while there are many factors that contribute towards the development of the character of a child, there are four major parenting styles that contribute a lot towards the character and the quality of the behavior that is displayed by children when they become of age. Today, I'll be presenting the permissive parenting style that is characterized by parents who do not set boundaries or limits for their children. They have no mechanism of controlling the behavior of their children such that the children can speak the way they want, children can talk the way they want, children can sleep wherever they want, they can eat whatever they want. This parent also, they allow their children to do whatever they want and the way they want. And sometimes it is out of love for them. Because, for example, if a parent has grown in an authoritarian family, whereby they were not allowed to make decisions for themselves, where they were not allowed to contribute towards anything, any matter concerning their lives, when they become parents sometimes, they do not want to subject their children to such kind of parenting. And in the process of shielding their children from this kind of an environment, they end up into a problem, which is now the permissiveness, where they do not control the kind of a behavior that the child develops, and you find that it's a problem. A permissive parent holds in esteem the emotional needs of the children and the happiness of the child above anything else. It is viewed as an inability of the parent to say no to some needs of the child, and whether good or bad, the parent, for the interest of having their child happy, they will keep on yielding to the need of the child. And when the child asks for a demand or places a demand, the parents sometimes will, or most of the times rather, will tend to meet that particular need immediately to avoid disappointing that particular child. And that basically is some of the highlights that can help you know whether you are a permissive parent. This parent also are characterized by, you find that a parent, they like to meet the demands of their children instantly. While providing for a child is not a problem, you will agree with me that when this kind of provision lacks limit, it may have a lot of negative effects on that child that you so much love. We are God's children, and I'm sure we were not raised up that way. We know when to be patient. For example, you are a parent who gives your child everything they want wherever they want it, and the child knows or grows with the confidence that they cannot lack. This type of a parenting may lead to raising a child that has very poor emotional control because they are not used to lack. They're not used to being sad. They're not used to being or getting depressed. They mature up knowing that everything is supposed to be supplied to them instantly at their points of need. And later in life, you find that a child has grown and becomes very rebellious, a child that is very defiant, especially when things do not go their way, when things do not get the way they want them, because they are used to provision that just comes almost immediately at their points of this parenting style as well escalates the risk of raising children who give up very easily. And why is it so? Because they are used to parents who are always there for them, providing for them. So when in life, when these parents are no longer with them, it makes it very difficult for them to have their hands on the deck. Why? It's something they're not like used to. And therefore, as a parent, it is important to know or to know where exactly to set limits of provision for the children. Train them sometimes to know that their things do not just come or get, things do not just come easily. Sometimes there is weight, the aspect of patience that needs to be learned by a child as young as they are. And then finally, when these children are of age now, they're outside there, and things do not get their way the way they have always been used to, you find that they get into depression. And what is the result of depression? You find children are getting into drugs, drug abuse. Why? That is where maybe they are getting the comfort from after the parent who has always been there is no longer there for them. So therefore, if you are older than your child, please, as a parent, I will advise you to raise a child with some kind of limits to know when they can actually lack, that you will not always be there for them, and what to limit for a child so that you don't become a victim of permissive parenthood. I got you covered because in my next video, part 2, I'll be speaking to other parenting styles that you may find a balance of trying to balance between the four of them and know exactly what fits best for your child. I am Walim Samnyamo.